Yeah. Yeah. Yo. Hey, yo, it's time to get real. The streets are buzzing. Free Karen Reed, watch the fire, no bluffing. Critics out, yeah, they loud, but we ain't backing down. Let's shed light on those wearing the crown. Step into the scene, enter Aiden Kearney, aka Turtle Boy, thoughts kinda dirty. Rolling deep with misfits, you know, like Will the Glera. Claims he's tough, but that ain't a real player. Beating on his kid, man, that's a red alert. No cap, no lie, dude, you need to revert.
Let's talk about the truth, let's keep it real. Clara's got a history that's hard to conceal. Turtle Boy trolls with that fake account vibe. This is a community we gotta unite. This is a community we gotta unite.
Then it's Jimmy, aka Aunt Deb on the scene, instigating trouble, thinking he's a mean machine, dividing us up. Man, it's never gonna win. Can't keep the peace when you're all about sin. Jessica Machado throwing threats like confetti, kicking folks out. Yo, you ain't ready.
Let's talk about the truth, let's keep it real. Clara's got a history that's hard to conceal. Turtle Boy trolls with that fake account vibe. This is a community we gotta unite. This is a community we gotta unite.
Turtle Boy, tell me what's the deal? Slanging fake news like it's part of the meal. Mental, physical threats, that ain't no game. Abusing women, man, that's a real shame. Real shame, real shame, real shame. Watch as the drama unfolds. It's not just gossip, it's harmful behavior that you can't just toss it. Burner accounts, a coward with a keyboard, but the real talk, that's where you ignored. Stand up, man, quit acting like a child. Time to heal, not divide, make the difference worthwhile. Now let's get real, it's time to change the narrative. Stand together, bring the positive imperative. Let's be a voice that speaks for the weak. United we rise, broken cultures can't speak. Yeah.
Let's talk about the truth, let's keep it real. Clara's got a history that's hard to conceal. Turtle Boy trolls with that fake account vibe. This is a community we gotta unite. This is a community we gotta unite. Yeah. Yeah, we keep it. It ain't all good in the neighborhood. Let's break this down, let's talk about the shadows. Yeah.
Now let's get real. Listen close to what I gotta say. Free Karen Reed movement, caught in the fray. Got the critics on point, spilling truth like a leak. And the Aiden Kearney Turtle Boy in the spotlight blink. The crew's a wild gang, misfits all around. But what they do insane, got them losing ground.
Will the Glera, man, what's that all about? Admitting to abuse, that's a crime without doubt. Severely beating down on a child who's unique. This isn't just a red flag, it's a full-blown leak.
Instigator Jimmy stirring hatreds like a brew. Got a reputation for chaos, don't trust that dude. Why Jessica's out here talking about kicking folks out? That kind of talk divides is not what we were about. Shadows in the movement, what's the truth we see? Are they real lies or just chaos and greed? Promises broken, standing on the edge. Time to speak loud, don't let them hedge. Don't let them hedge.
Don't let them hedge. Yeah. Then there's Turtle Boy abusing women day by day. Mentally, emotionally, he's just playing sick games. Burner accounts for miles, the attacks never.
Yo, let's keep it real. It's a turtle tale. No detail too small. Yeah.
Platform.
Yeah, you thought it was cool playing the
Appreciate
sides
everybody.
right. Recording Karen, yeah, you lied and denied, man, what a sight. Double down on the mess like it's all a game. Talking big, selling out world, but don't it feel lame? Jokes about her parents thought it make you tough, but she lost her home, that struggle is rough. You asked her to rock it with you, to hit the stage, but she turned it down, see who's stuck in the cage. Turtle, where's the hustle, where's the grind? Living on the couch, man, that's no way to unwind. Your case came along, put you on a path. While Karen stays real, you just do the math. Free Karen Riri, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Heavy kept holding it down. Jay Brill with the beast, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtles just a mirror showing all your tracks. Freak and real, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Heavy kept holding it down. Jay Brill with the beast, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtles just a mirror showing all your tracks. Karen ain't never treated you with hate or spite. Never shared your secrets, never dimmed your light. But you took them shots, throwing dirt in the game, putting her on blast like it's all just for fame. And let's talk about the couch, man, that's where you lay until the truth hit. Then you found your own way, she didn't mock you, nah. She was family, no lie, but you breaking that bond, bro, that's goodbye. Yeah. Turtle, turtle, listen up, it's time to rise. Living in that shadow, all those tired alibis. Karen's got a strength, yeah, she knows a place. While you hide behind the hate, can't keep up the pace. Freak and real, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Kevy kept holding it down. Jay Brill with the beast, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtles just a mirror showing all your tracks. Freak and real, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Kevy kept holding it down. Jay Brill with the beast, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtles just a mirror showing all your tracks. Keep it real podcast, that's what we speak, no lies. Supporting real people, see through all the guys. Karen's got a story and we're here to tell. It's more than just a game, it's your on your track, yeah. Keep it real podcast, that's where we speak, no lies. Supporting real people, see through all the guys. Karen's got a story and we're here to tell. It's more than just a game, it's a living hell. Yeah. Turtle in the shade, can't you see? Living in denial, is that who you wanna be? Yeah, we fight for truth, we fight for right. Free can't read, together we ignite.
Oh, what is going on, everybody, man? How are we doing? You know, when part of having a platform, right, is trying to educate people, maybe on experiences that you had in your life. You know, when I talk to a lot of the kids, whether they're on football programs or around the high school, you know, there's moments in life that don't just change you, they divide you. There's the person you was before, and then there's the person you become after. Now, we all know that possibly, who knows, you know, not wishing any karma on your boy, but we know Turtle Boy might eventually end up locked up, right? So, and this time, I don't think it's going to be in a medical ward. So, as a public service, I wanted to be the one to let him know, you know, what it's going to be like, you know, them first couple of days until he starts adapting to it, because, you know, it's definitely different. So we're going to, and not only that, I think it might be a good experience for kids that are getting into trouble, you know, like, because going to jail, going to prison is a life-changing experience. I mean, when you get in there, I mean, you're around some real wolves. I mean, some real thoroughbreds, and it's definitely no game, you know. So I mean, it's about the human part, you know, the part that most people never see. See, people talk about jail, talk about prison like it's just a place, right? It's a concrete bars, rules. I remember younger, in Rhode Island, there's a place called Sakanasa. You know, all the parents, you say, "That's where you're going, kid. Keep it up." You know, but the first night when you get in there and them cell doors close behind you, and you hear all that silence, the moment that them doors shut, it's just a sound that you never forget. That door sliding shut behind you, and then bang, lock, click. It's a noise, it's a sentence. And it's a reminder that you're stuck in place and the world just left you. The world just keep on going. And it's a lonely place. People think jail is about losing freedom. No. It's a lot more than that. Now, my experience was, I mean, over 20 years ago, and I'm up front, I'm an open book. Yep. Been incarcerated, been in prison, not an inmate, convict. One day, I'll tell you the difference between an inmate and a convict. See, when Aiden Connie goes, right, he's gonna be an inmate. He'll always be an inmate. Somebody like him, his character, he couldn't become a convict. Somebody like Eddie O'Brien that been in there since 15 years old. See, Eddie O'Brien is a convict. There's a difference between inmates and convicts. Inmates are like punks. You know what I mean? They jeff with the cops, all that stuff. A convict is someone that, does his time, he's not a punk, don't talk to the cops, just does his time and he has respect. But like I said, people think jail's about losing your freedom, but you lose your name, you lose your damn identity, you lose any image you ever had about yourself that you thought was good, that you thought was unbreakable. And you're only a couple hours in right now, and right now you are so depressed saying, what did I do? I should have just not pushed this case so hard. I mean, so Aiden, you're gonna go in there, process you, all that stuff, give you the quell. You gotta do, all that, get naked, stand in line with 70, 80 men, all naked. You know what I mean? You get up to this grumpy ass correctional officer. He's telling you to bend over, spread them, give him 2 good coughs. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? And then, usually the punks like yourself, because you have to check into protective custody. And even when you're administrative segregation, like a couple of weeks, you could be out of that. But you was in the hospital ward. You know what I mean? With people on dialysis, people that was sick because they didn't know what to do with you. But if you go back there again, it's not going to be the hospital ward. They're not going to, it's different now. I mean, you waved your penis in too many people's face. You know what I mean? Like, you got people that are like, yes, bring him here. You got a lot of people up there that wear flat brims. Nah, shit. You got a lot of people up there that wear, flat brims, bro. So, but, I don't want to end up getting thrown off where I am, but it's the silence, man. The silence that you're forced to face every night. Everything you've ever been running from. Anybody you ever known, life goes on without you. You're looking for mail. You're looking for the CO to call you to the dentist, to the hospital. Is my lawyer here? Did my visit come? You're looking for any reason for somebody to identify with you. And for a lot of these young kids and the parents are like, well, I want to teach my 18-year-old son a lesson. What I would tell them is that I don't think that's a good idea, because especially if you have a good boy or son, because you don't know, anything can happen in there over a weekend's time. And not only that, well, what prison is and what prison does is it just makes you better at what you were doing before you got there. there ain't much rehabilitation in prison. Like, there's not a lot of trades, not a lot of jobs that they give you, where when you're released into society, you can go, yeah, you can become a barber. I mean, they have like auto body and stuff, but most of the guys in there pushing mops around, waxing floors, you know, cleaning hallways, doing stuff like that. They don't really teach you many trades. They may say that they do, but it's the loneliness really that a lot of people don't talk about. It just hits so much different. I mean, it's not being alone, it's being forgotten. See, there's two places, right? Jails and cemeteries where people go to be forgotten. See, in jail, your friends are going to fade. Your family's going to struggle because now you are not there to make the money. So now your wife and kids, they don't know where they're going to live because they can't pay the bills. People who swore to God that they were your ride and die, eventually they'll stop answering your phone. Yes, they will go check on your girl, absolutely. But you already know where that ends up. Most people in jail, their girls do not stand by them. So then you start to wonder, damn, did I even matter on the outside? You start to wonder if you even matter. Listen, Turtle, I'm trying to give you some good advice here, right? I just don't want this is what you're going to experience, Do I matter? Damn. Because this would be the real sentence, if you end up going back to jail here. This is just a public service. I just want the Turtle to be ready for what is going to happen. See, in that point, that's when the real battle is going to begin. Not with the system. No. That's when you start fighting the demons in yourself. See, I spent most of my 20s incarcerated. Mainly because I was the younger guy in a clique, and it was either, I would be a hood booger, growing up in a neighborhood, coming from a poor area, diverse area, mainly black area, Manton Avenue, down in Providence, Rhode Island. But then you start to wonder, do I even matter to anybody outside? Do I even matter now? Do people even care? Are they wondering what's going on while I'm here inside these walls? And the criminal justice system, right, as broke as that fucking thing is, it ain't built to understand you. It don't give a rat's ass about you as an inmate. And should it? To these young ones, your parents are thinking, oh, yeah, they're rehabilitating them. Yeah, they're rehabilitating them. You better hope it ain't Bubba rehabilitating your young boy. You know what I mean? Especially if he's a pretty boy. He better go in there standing 10 toes down. You know what I mean? You just can't walk in there being a punk turtle. You got to walk in there, pick up your chest. You know what I mean? The Bible thumpers are going to try to like crowd around you and, shout out to them. And, but when people go to jail, a lot of people find God, but some of them people are weird as fuck. Because they're not real about it. A lot of them people are like straight up Chester the molester. So to you young guys, you want to stay away from them. I mean, when I went in, it was like 95, 96. I broke into the Fleet National Bank downtown Providence, Rhode Island. You know what I mean? The Superman building, the big one. I broke in there, it was a big deal. The SWAT team came. I was like there was a wooden door and glass on each side of it. And I ended up going, and they came running down the hallway with their gun. It was a big. So I ended up going to jail for a stretch. But my uncle was already somebody in there. My family knew people. The Frenchman. Gerard Omet, Freddie Bishop. Freddie Bishop's still in there doing time. I was in there with some good, solid guys, man. Shout out to Mikey G. Shout out to Richard Razzo. Even the dude from Charlestown that was part of the whole bank robbery crew. He was doing time. He flattened out of Max. But that was a long time ago. You become a number. You become a file. You're basically a problem that they have to manage, not somebody that they have to understand. Fuck with your feelings. They don't give a shit. And they're not going to care about your kids' feelings, your little boy's feelings, And that's why I always stress to parents like, oh, I'm going to report my kid wayward. I'm going to, my kid just won't listen. Well, no, there's a way to get that ain't going to help. Putting your kid in the system, that's just going to help him network and get around people. Like I said, jail makes you better at what you were doing before you got there. And then he's going to network around the wrong people and it's off and running. So I always tell parents, like, the police is not there to help you discipline your kid, and don't allow them to be. You look at the school to prison pipeline, which is a real thing. The kids that struggle in school, the IEP kids, they push them off to a different category, another side of the building. You know what I mean? And these are the kids that end up, they don't trust the system, and they go from the school, and it's a real pipeline. It goes from the school, and it pushes them kids. They get in trouble. They get, disciplined. First, you're having a thing at the police station, some kind of hearing. And then before you know it, your kid's in district court. Before you know it, your poor kid's in training school. Before you know it, now he got out of training school and he's hanging with somebody that he shouldn't be. And now he just got jammed up stealing cars. And he only met the kid because you as a parent said, you know what, let me report him wayward and let the police help me discipline my child. But jail that ain't how you're gonna help your kid, man, by putting a jacket on them. But so, the criminal justice system, like I said, it don't give a shit about you. It's built to process you. You become a number, a file, a damn case. They don't care about you. And when the system doesn't see your humanity, you have to fight twice as hard. Twice as hard. And a lot of people break. See him? He would break. See this young man? He rose with it. He got smarter with it. He got harder with it. He transformed. He did a lot to really help a lot of other inmates. Free Eddie. I mean, definitely free Eddie O'Brien. But nobody, absolute nobody, comes out of there untouched. Definitely free Eddie O'Brien. Yeah, nobody comes out of there untouched. Sometimes, depending how much time you are doing, whether you got years in, there's a shift where you just start getting comfortable. You start asking yourself them questions, you know, like, who was I? Who was I before this? This old man used to say, this old timer that was in there forever. He said, "How many minutes did it take to fuck up your life?" And you're like, huh? He said, "How many minutes did it take to fuck up your life?" Because sometimes it just takes a couple minutes to fuck up your life, you know? And I don't know if I'm making sense, but I just hope the message here helps people know and maybe helps them stay away from that place, what it's like, because nothing's cool about going to jail, to prison. The only thing that gets respect in there is violence. If you don't walk standing tall, they're going to end up testing you. And if they even think you a rat or you a predator, they're going to test you. They're going to have questions. Absolutely. And there's going to be a lot of hood boogers in there. Absolutely. Free Eddie. Free Eddie. And I couldn't imagine what Eddie was going through when he went in there at 15 years old. And at that time, the state probably didn't even know what to do with him. The different prisons they had him in. And then 17 years old, they send this kid to Walpole. Walpole, like that's where the thoroughbreds are. The real criminals of Massachusetts doing that hard time. But I bet people seen Eddie and right away, I bet, you know, like kind of like the wise guys, you know, people from that area, I guarantee it, I would be willing to put money on this and ask his parents this, Jay Brill or JFK. I guarantee it, right? Either the wise guys or the stand up guys seen Eddie come in, and right away they seen the predators start to squawk in on him. And all of a sudden, the stand up guys or the wise guys took Eddie under their wing. Because you know what? They're still men, they're still fathers. Just because people are in prison, they seen Eddie as a young boy. Imagine this young kid going to jail. This is your son, 15 years old, convicted at 17 years old to life without the possibility of parole. So at this point, Eddie's never coming home. Oh, it's even darker. It's even darker for Eddie. More depression for Eddie. Imagine that you're 15. You're like, I didn't even do this, and I'm never going home, man. Your heart is broken. You got lumps in your throat. You know what I mean? The crying he done, the biting his pillow, the tears that came down this boy's, the emotions. 15 years old, wrongly convicted of a crime that no way, if you look at the evidence, no way he did this crime. Give this kid a fair trial. Because jail can take your time, your comfort, your freedom, but it can't take your damn mind unless you hand it over. And Eddie O'Brien did not hand his mind over. Some people, they find purpose there. They say, you know what, I'm gonna be here for the next 25 years, 10 years, 15 years. So I'm gonna do what's right. They end up finding clarity. Or some people find out that there's a piece of them that they never knew they had, a voice that they never knew they had. And then just when you're ready to walk out of that place, that isn't the end, right? That's when, it's just beginning. My uncle used to tell me, he was a convict, man. Did a lot of time, hung around all stand-up people. He used to say, I'm somebody in jail. In the real world, I'm just a regular person. So you come back to a world that moved on without you. Nobody's gonna wait around for your ass. Imagine what Karen would have been going through. She would have been like 6-7 months in on a life bid, having the darkest times. I mean, you're going to come back to a world that judges you before it even hears you, before it sees you. A world that just expects you to fail. But like they say, I've been working. You put the work in, you walk out of there with something the system never expected you to have. Because they don't want you to walk out of there with a friggin' purpose, with a truth, a sense of who the hell you are. And maybe that's where change begins. Some people say, oh, it's all started in the courtroom. Shit, for me, it was probably in the cell. But you got to make that decision just to rise away from that bull crap. You know what I mean? You have to be able to stand strong. You have to stand strong. And I know a lot of kids, and that, JFK talks about it a lot, going around from foster home to foster home, when that whole thing with James Jackson's going around with that friggin' with that scumbag talking all that shit, what I kept thinking about is your boy's mental health. I was like, is no one thinking about his mental health? That's when, you start to look around, the Free Karen Reed movement, and you see the antis now, and basically, like, how can you not say these are antis? You know what I mean? How can you just not say that? Absolutely. Anti Karen Reed. Look at the way that they've been, portraying shit, so. So a lot of people talk about jail like it's some movie scene, but it's not, man. Bars, the orange jumpsuits, blue jumpsuits, and everyone's trying to tell a tougher story, man. But the whole world is different. The whole world's different when you come back out, man. But all right, give me a second. We got some other shit to discuss. Who's going to court on January 30th, 2026, Suffolk County? A lot of people have questions. Did you see Mark Betterow with the Brothers Council? He said, it ain't funny, Martin. It ain't funny. I think Betterow showed us another side of himself as well that we didn't really notice.
Yeah.
Hey yo, it's time to get real. The streets are buzzing. Free Karen Reed, watch the fire, no bluffing. Critics out, yeah, they loud, but we ain't backing down. Let's shed light on those wearing the crown. Step into the scene, enter Aiden Kearney, aka Turtle Boy, thoughts kinda dirty. Rolling deep with misfits, you know, like Will the Glera. Claims he's tough, but that ain't a real player. Beating on his kid, man, that's a red alert. No cap, no lie, dude, you need to revert.
Let's talk about the truth. Let's keep it real. Clara's got a history that's hard to conceal. Turtle Boy trolls with that fake account vibe. This is a community we gotta unite. This is a community we gotta unite.
Then there's Jimmy, aka Aunt Deb on the scene, instigating trouble, thinking he's a mean machine, dividing us up. Man, it's never gonna win. Can't keep the peace when you're all about sin. Jessica Machado throwing threats like confetti, kicking folks out. Yo, you ain't ready.
Let's talk about the truth. Let's keep it real. Clara's got a history that's hard to conceal. Turtle Boy trolls with that fake account vibe. This is a community we gotta unite. This is a community we gotta unite.
Turtle Boy, tell me what's the deal? Slanging fake news like it's part of the meal. Mental, physical threats, that ain't no game. Abusing women, man, that's a real shame. Real shame, real shame, real shame. Watch as the drama unfolds. It's not just gossip, it's harmful behavior that you can't just toss it. Burner accounts, a coward with a keyboard, but the real talk, that's where you ignore. Stand up, man, quit acting like a child. Time to heal, not divide, make the difference worthwhile. Now let's get real, it's time to change the narrative. Stand together, bring the positive imperative. Let's be a voice that speaks for the weak. United we rise, broken cultures can't speak. Yeah.
Let's talk about the truth. Let's keep it real. Clara's got a history that's hard to conceal. Turtle Boy trolls with that fake account vibe. This is a community we gotta unite. This is a Yeah, we keep it real, it ain't all good in the neighborhood. Let's break this down. Let's talk about the shadows.
Yeah. Now let's get real, listen close to what I gotta say. Free Karen Red movement, caught in the fray. Got the critics on point, spilling truth like a leak. Into Aiden Kearney, Turtle Boy in the spotlight, bleak. The crew's a wild gang, misfits all around. But what they doing, staying, got them losing ground. With a Glera, man, what's that all about? Admitting to abuse, that's a crime without doubt. Severely beaten down on a child who's unique. This isn't just a red flag, it's a full-blown leak. Instigator Jimmy stirring hatreds like a brew. Got a reputation for chaos, don't trust that dude. While Jessica's out here talking about kicking folks out. The kind of talk divides, it's not what we're about. Shadows in the movement, what's the truth we see? Are they real lies or just chaos and greed? Promises broken, standing on the edge. Trying to speak loud, don't let them hedge. Don't let them hedge. Don't let them hedge. Don't let them hedge. And this Turtle Boy abusing women day by
What's going on, man? Turtle Boy abusing women day by day. I mean, that's what he's built on. Let's not act like this isn't his pattern. You know? I mean, let's start with the obvious shit, right? I was looking for a video. There definitely is nothing wrong with supporting both sides. You want to support Aiden, that's cool. You want to support Karen, that's cool as well. There's nothing wrong with supporting both sides. I don't think it's about support anyway. Like, really, I think it's about let me see. It's about this. It's about his behavior. That's where, I got stuck up on. It's about the way he behaved, the way he treated Karen. You know what I mean? Just the way that disrespect went down. And you know what? Before we do talk about that, because Turtle Boy will let you think that he was talking to Karen Reed. Like, even I think, didn't someone say at the Wilbur he was letting people think that, oh yeah, just heard the same line over and over. I talk to Karen Reed every day. I mean, we heard that shit so much it became part of the myth, right? Part of his credibility. How is he going to keep subs hooked? He want to let people know I'm the insider, and a lot of people really thought, come on, we really thought that Turtle Boy was on the inside for a long time. I mean, some people knew that he wasn't. He couldn't get into the church. But a lot of people thought that he was on the inside. And don't get it twisted. He did get the movement started. He was the loud voice. He was the one doing all them crazy things. So people were like, all right, let's back up and let him go get arrested. You know what I mean? And that's just what happened. They took a step back and they said, let's let him go get his ass locked up. But here's the problem. It wasn't true. Not even close. He ain't the voice of the movement. He started it. But he wasn't talking to Karen Reed. I don't even think he was talking to Karen Reed 2024. I would say it goes back when he got arrested in Worcester, right? Back in 2000, it had to be 2023. That's when Karen Reed stopped. So if what I read was right, it said from 2023 through the summer of 2025, there is no record, none, of any ongoing communication between Turtle Boy and Karen Reed. If so, show some receipts. But during that period, he continued telling people, am I lying? That they spoke every day. Because he couldn't tell the truth. It would hurt his subscribes. It would hurt his influence. The cash flow that people thought that came with the illusion. But look, he's down 1,000 subs. And let me tell you, all his subs, he has like 155,000 dead subs. So he only has about 10,000 subs. I mean, look at his views. And, if you look at this, it breaks down each, even the highest payout per day that he was making was not minimum wage. So, and we all know he did say that, the lawyers were already paid, and everything he was getting from his defense fund, he was just recouping. So everything that's being poured into that defense fund is going in his pocket because he said his lawyers were paid. Come on, this case isn't like, I don't think it's costing. I mean, I'm sure he raised a lot of friggin' money. But yeah, if he would have told people that Karen wasn't fucking with him, he would have lost his influence, his cash flow at the time. Shit, he reached out to a movie deal as soon as this shit started. He tried to get that popping. But when your brand depends on this shit, I mean, you haven't spoke to her in what, maybe 2 years? Your lie just became your product, Turtle. Your lie became your product. He didn't just mislead me. He didn't mislead you. He misled us all. The same bullshit on other YouTube channels, you know, these vague claims, you know, implied access. Absolutely. Emotional manipulation. Oh, hold on. I got the real story. I talked to Karen Reed. How do you know I don't talk to Karen Reed? Ain't that what they say? He was reverse psychology, man. Psychological strategy. Keep people needing you. Keep people guessing. Right, Turtle? Keep them believing that you got the information that no one else had. But what happened? The truth caught up to you, boy. The truth caught up to you, boy. This guy, man, he's so easy. So now we fast forward, 2025. After years of you fucking lying. Oh, I talked to Karen Reed. Karen Reed did finally speak to you, right? Why? Oh, shit. She wanted to reconnect. Yeah, bullshit. Let me get what? Collaborate? Oh, let's do the Wilbur. No, she didn't. That ain't why she called you. Come on, dummy. Tell me. No, not to strategize. Come on. Right. His arms are like this. She wanted to confront your ass, and you knew that. You said she blew up, started talking all crazy, She wanted to ask you why you've been motherfucking lying to the people about talking to Karen Reed. Dude, you played everybody. And during that conversation, you recorded her. I should have broke that down like a case, Your Honor. During that conversation, on that day, Turtle Boy secretly recorded Karen Reed. He didn't want her getting away. And at that moment, communication ended, dead. That's the last time you'll ever talk to Karen Reed. No messages, no contact. You're cut off. No calls. Shit was collapsing on the Turtle. But we know the Turtle is, the Turtle's very, very, very suspect. The Turtle's very suspect.
Yo, let's keep it real. It's a turtle tale. No detail too small. Yeah. Yeah, you thought it was cool playing those sides, right? Recording Karen, yeah, you lied and denied, man, what a sight. Double down on the mess like it's all a game. Talking big, selling that world, but don't it feel lame? Jokes about her parents thought it make you tough, but she lost her home, that struggle is rough. You asked her to rock it with you, to hit the stage, but she turned it down, see who's stuck in the cage. Turtle, turtle, where's the hustle, where's the grind? Living on the couch, man, that's no way to unwind. Your case came along, put you on a path. While Karen stays real, you just do the math. Free Karen, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Heavy kept holding it down. Jay Brill with the beast, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtles just a mirror showing all your tracks. Free Karen, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Heavy kept holding it down. Jay Brill with the beast, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtles just a mirror showing all your tracks. Karen ain't never treated you with hate or spite. Never shared your secrets, never dimmed your light. But you took them shots, throwing dirt in the game, putting her on blast like it's all just for fame. And let's talk about the couch, man, that's where you lay until the truth hit. Then you found your own way, she didn't mock you, nah. She was family, no lie, but you breaking that bond, bro, that's goodbye. Yeah. Turtle, turtle, listen up, it's time to rise. Living in that shadow, all those tired alibis. Karen's got a strength, yeah, she knows a place. While you hide behind the hate, can't keep up the pace. Free Karen Real, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Kevy kept holding it down. Jay Brill with the beast, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtles just a mirror showing all your tracks. Free Karen Real, we ain't stopping now. Shout out JFK, Kevy kept holding it down. Jay Brill with the beast, yeah, we spitting facts. Turtles just a mirror showing all your tracks. Keep it real podcast, that's what we speak, no lies. Supporting real people, see through all the guys. Karen's got a story and we're here to tell. It's more than just a game, you should know your track, yeah. Keep it real podcast, that's where we speak, no lies. Supporting real people, see through all the guys. Karen's got a story and we're here to tell. It's more than just a game, it's a living hell. Yeah, yeah. Turtle in the shade, can't you see? Living in denial, is that who you wanna be? Yeah, we fight for truth, we fight for right. Free can't read, together we ignite.
Yo, it's the second season, watch us reign supreme.
Yo, let's go New England Patriots,
Drake man in the
man.
pocket, living out that dream.
It could be in the Super Bowl. Let's go, Pat.
Came in hot, yeah. Rookie flames with the spark. Now he's got that MVP shine, lighting up the dark. 14-3, we rising like the sun. Each game a playlist, AFC's title only just begun. Over 4,000 yards and 600 on the ground. History in the making when the Patriots around. Feeling like a legend, this ain't just a game. Drake's got the vision, watch how he's changing names.
MVP like May, making plays all day. Through the highs and the lows, we still on display. 14-3, man, you gotta believe. Patriots on the rise, it's a party, let's to see. MVP like me, 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 MVP now, hey. The vision around, got that charge of energy. 16-3, we taking them down. You feeling me? Even when the pass ain't lighting up the field. Made with the legs that rushes our shield. Diggs doing work, crossing that milestone. The beast, 1,000 yards, making moves. He the king of the feast. First since Edelman, we know the history. When number 14's on the field, it's pure victory. MVP like May, making plays all day. Through the highs and the lows, we still on display. 14-3, man, you gotta believe. Patriots on the rise, it's a party, let's to see. MVP like me, 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 MVP like me. Yeah, I know.
Underdog vibes. We got that house money feel. 10 win, turn around, now we spinning the wheel. Doubters count us out while we chase for the crown. May's got the magic as we turn this thing around. So just watch, man, it's a new era in play. Drake May, Patriots, we own in the day. Strengthen the numbers, legends on this grind. Past superstars, but the future align. The city's feeling blessed, neighbors getting loud. Super Bowl dreams, we chasing it proud.
Shout out to the squad, it's time to celebrate. The season's just a prelude, call it fate. MVP season, yeah, that's what I said. Drake May and the crew, marching ahead. Yeah. MVP like, make the beat like. MVP like MVP like make the beat like MVP like
Let's go, Drake May, man. You know, some programs never have one franchise quarterback. It's a possibility that the Patriots had three. They're going on their third one under the Bob Kraft umbrella, which is crazy. You had, Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady, and now Drake May, but I want to get on with this, finish this up, put the spin on it now, because here's where Aiden Connie and his misfits, here's where they had a plan, where they put a spin on it. Some of these anti-Reid people, right, started insisting that these illegal recordings, you know what, they probably got incriminating evidence. And they held on to that, man. They held on to that so tight. But nothing. There was nothing incriminating, nothing damaging, nothing that even supported their narrative, bro. Karen Reed's innocent. The recordings weren't going to change that. The only thing that wiretaps revealed, which it was something that we wasn't surprised about. The only thing the wiretaps revealed was the behavior of the dude doing it. The behavior of the man that had all these damn burner accounts. So if I ran back this, right? Let's run this back, right? There was no communication, right? From, I'm saying, 2023 maybe to 2025. Probably maybe one conversation where Karen confronts them right before she goes onto the JFK show. Right before she goes on to the JFK show. Where is that? Let's check this out. This is pretty oh, look at that.
Nick, don't forget to call Karen and schedule her on the JFK chat.
Oh, thank you, Jenna. I almost forgot to do that.
Thank you for scheduling me, Nick, in the JFK chat. Do you really think if I chat on a 6-string show that Aiden and Will even see it?
Nick, thank you for setting Karen up in chat tonight, and you want us to talk about what? Will they see it? We're a 6-string show.
Shout out to SK27 Music. We'll bring that back.
Nick, don't forget to call Karen and schedule her on the JFK chat.
Oh, thank you, Jenna. I almost forgot to do that.
Thank you for scheduling me, Nick, in the JFK chat. Do you really think if I chat on a 6-string show that Aiden and Will even see it?
Nick, thank you for setting Karen up in chat tonight, and you want us to talk about what? Will they see it? We're a 6-string show.
That was pretty. That was cool. He said, we're a 6-string show, of course. Where the boys been? Huh? Haven't seen the JFK show on. Shout out to them guys, So we know about one conversation that Karen had when she confronted him, another conversation she had with Willie Boy. We know there was an illegal recording, right? No contact ever given. No permission ever given. We know he wasn't in Rhode Island, tried to act like he was down Watch Hill. But he continued telling the public that he spoke to Karen every day. Again, that ain't journalism, bro. That's not truth telling. That's not being an advocate. That's just being a motherfucking liar, man. And now the truth comes out. More manipulation by the turtle. His wife was right. His wife said, yo, no matter how bad they say you are way worse. I mean, this guy just had to pretend that he had access to keep up with the illusion, to keep going on all them shows. You think he would have been going on all them shows if he didn't have access to Karen Read? But everyone thought he had access to Karen Read. And even now, he's letting people think that he gives a shit about Karen Read. But no matter what, he could let you think he's talking to Karen Read. Karen Read will never align with these people. Just like yesterday, Will the Guerrero wanted a truce with Nick Rocco and company. And then, you know, the following day, it's shots again. But man, don't let these people kid you. Stay sharp, stay skeptical. You know, just keep it real. You know what I mean? Keep it real. They're like, where you come from? I always been here, bro. Always been here. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and don't reflect the views and portions of anyone I represent. I'm being sued. I think I'm going to talk about that too. So any lawyers that, you know, I already sent some of the paperwork to one just to let me know, you know, what I got to do and stuff. But yeah, I'm being sued for slander. You know, but appreciate everybody. You know, look at these guys, you know, they look. Now, I hope they heard the beginning of today's show because that's a message for you guys as well. So you know what to expect when you get incarcerated. Absolutely. You know, we appreciate everybody.
That's the bad guy. Bad guy. Bad guy. That's the bad guy. The bad guy. The bad guy. Commission. The bad guy. The bad guy. The bad guy.
Load up that queen.
We don't do no talking. We know what they do for the views. If I took a loss, no, I got it all back. They just wanna talk, so we gonna talk facts. Got it out the mud. Got it out the mud. Really on the blood. Really on the blood. Yeah, they know it's on. Yeah, they know it's on.
Not promote or promotion any illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant only for educational purpose only.
It's more than Family Guy. I know you heard of your boy Japan, and I'm rocking out with Chris Clark. He from the West Coast, I'm from Rhode Island. Let's get it going now. It's how it's going down. Brody got its own style. Smallest state in the nation, but we so proud. Yeah, we so proud. Screaming out loud. Here we go, come on. Haven for the hustlers, scramble for the dollar. Whole state corrupt, blood money for tomorrow. Still a plantation, bunch of niggas wearing collars. Whether in the gutter or a fucking brown scholar. And from the east to the west, little Rhodey in the house, man, we always been fresh. And from the north to the south, I love where I'm from, better watch your mouth, we from. And where you from, where you from? And where you from, where you from?
games all year.
No, it was great. We actually practiced.
Federal, switchy rag. Let's go. Come take a ride through my city life. See what my city's like. This is city life. For some, this is shitty life. This is city living. Mostly them city children. From my bedroom, see the lights of them city buildings. Ain't gotta act hard. Private's my backyard. I run road out. You can call me a track star. And we a team, homie. All is one. I don't sleep until all is done. I ain't ruckus, so please don't call me Mr. 401. It's Mr. Rags. You can call me. I'm still in that 401. From where we was, look at all the color. For what it's worth, I put my all in the sun. Know that my city love it. Think I give about my city's budget, about my city's public. Know how my city does
West Elmwood Intruders. There's a lot of guys that deserve opportunities, but for some reason the city is fumbling. They're fumbling. They're really fumbling. I mean, we can get into it, Mike. You know the story. I was at Juanita Sanchez.
I have to thank, Coach Dino Campopiano and his staff over at Shea.
If you come out freshman year, man, I told I tell my nephew, we're building that foundation 7th, 8th grade, and we're on record in 9th grade. You know what I mean?
This be a letter to my mom. After all these years, we still holding on. This be a letter to my mom. After all these years, we still holding on. Where do I start? You my heart, spent some years in the dark. The drugs and my sister had us veering apart. The Temptations and the OJs I would hear in the park. You was a singer before my career had a mark. The inspiration, you would coach me. When my pops passed, you was lonely. All your mistakes, they would mold me. Be anything you want, son, exactly what you told me. 11 years old, you brought me that karaoke. We gotta rise above this. Asking where the love went. Was never mad about your drug abuse. It gave me substance. Whenever I'm stressed, you ain't left my side yet. And gave me your last out that SSI check. It's a never-ending cycle. I argue and fight you. Instead of being spiteful, I would just write you. Thank you, mama, for these lessons that I got. I'm everything I am, cause I'm everything you're not. This be a letter to my mom. After all,
you know the story. It's heavy in the air. When a father turns to shadows, how could you even dare? Yo, Will Henry, you a sucker. Let's break it down. Claim you a man, but where's your crown? Put your hands up, kid. You taught him how to fight, but you ain't fighting right, man. This ain't no light. You grab your son, run off like a thief in the night. Where's the love? This ain't how you raise a child, right? Kicking your son out like he's just a game piece. How you claim to be a dad, forgetting his release. Will Henry, you a sucker. Can't you see the glare? Claiming blackmailing the myth. You think no one cares? Special needs child, you're running from the truth. But every word you spit just reveals your own you. Admitting the violence, it's hard for me to trust. Fighting your kid, nah, that's just unjust. 6'2", but he's still your son at the core. Raising fists over lessons, that ain't what you're for. Talk about forgiveness, but you let ego reign. Dragging things out like a puppet on a chain. You think you're tough, man, but underneath is weak. Claiming power with fists when it should be love you seek. Allegations swirling, made public and raw. Yet you try to justify and glaze over the flaw. Just look in the mirror, see the man you become. A name in the charts, but what's under that drum? Will Henry, you a sucker, got all eyes on you. Blackmail and violence, is that the best you can do? Special needs child, you claim it's all fine, but the truth's in the lineup, is living in every line. Will Henry, you a sucker, got all eyes on you. Blackmail and violence, is that the best you can do? Special needs child, you claim it's all fine, but the truth's in the lineup, is living in every line. Look, I'm not built to watch a man tear down his own. You need to change direction before the seed you sown. A name ain't a warrior. It's the truth that empowers. So rise up, Will, and stop hiding in the towers. Yeah. It's the truth we unfolding. Join the fight, bring the mic, about to set it off, night's calling. Yo,
Yo, it's Operation Absolute Resolve. This ain't just a name. Targets like Maduro's palace. We ain't playing games. Cartel de Los Soleils. Moving weight like it's that throne. Funneling that white gold. Poison spreading on the phone. 200 guards bolstered up. Shoot to kill on sight. Panic rooms. Heavy metal. Russian missiles in the night. Motion sensor drones fly. Watching every single breath. But them night stalkers low and fast. Bringing order stealth to death. Rolling deep. Choppers fly. See the shadows in the sky. Operation Absolute. We ain't just saying bye. Neutralize the threats. Crush the warlords in that realm. Maduro fortified, but we ready at the helm. It's the Blackhawks, twin engine beast, terrain following fast. Infrared cuts the darkness, suppressing heat to outlast. Chinooks bring the troops, heavy lift, armor wrap tight. Drop them in with green light, got the code ready for the fight. Wagner contractors taking dollars, thinking they supreme, but we breaking dreams. Throwing shadows on the scene, watch the palace shudder. Those four walls can't protect when the night stalkers glide. They only know respect. Operation Absolute, all part of this game. In the dark we shine bright, never fall into shame. Maduro on the run, Brooklyn's where he gon' meet with the hunters in the night while they dragging on defeat. At Operation Absolute, hey, hey. At Operation Absolute, hey, hey. At Operation Absolute, Operation Absolute, all part of this game. In the dark we shine bright, never fall into shame. Maduro on the run, Brooklyn's where he gon' meet with the hunters in the night while they dragging on defeat. Operation Absolute, yeah. Countdown to the chase, street by street, corner by corner, we right on his trace. Every second brings us closer, night commanders in the air. No escape from the shadows, he won't breathe without a care. So here we stand united against the lines blurred in crime. This isn't just for power, this is justice serving time. Maduro, feel the pressure, every deal leads to your fall. Operation Absolute, we answer to the call. Time's up, it's clear. We play to win or fall. Maduro's on the run, and we coming for it all. Watch the city, watch back. Brooklyn lights shining bright. Operation Absolute Resolve. Reclaiming the night. Yeah. It's the truth we unfolding. Join the fight, bring the mic, about to set it off, night's calling. Yo, it's Operation Absolute Resolve. This ain't just a name, targets like Maduro's palace. We ain't playing games, Cartel de Los Soleils. Moving weight like it's that throne, funneling that white gold. Poison spreading on the phone, 200. Listen up, I got a story to tell about the strong women who raised me well. Yo, I grew up in a house full of queens, strong women teaching me to chase my dreams. Saw my mom grind, juggling, working home. Taught me respect, made me feel less alone while you flex your muscles, thinking that's power. I learned true strength in the toughest hour. You swing fists, you think that makes you a man, but real warriors protect, they don't need a hand. Yeah, it's respect over aggression, that's the game we play. Real strength comes from the heart, it ain't just a display. For every queen that raised me, I honor they fight. In a world full of chaos, I'm just seeking the light. My grandmother's wisdom, it echoes in my soul. Treat women with respect, that's how you roll. You think aggression's a sign of your might, but a real man knows how to stand up and fight. For those who can't, for those who are weak. Instead of throwing punches, have a heart when you speak. Yeah, it's respect over aggression, that's the game we play. Real strength comes from the heart, it ain't just a display. For every queen that raised me, I honor they fight. In a world full of chaos, I'm just seeking the light. You're a king now, you ain't got the throne. Real kings uplift, they're not out here alone. In a world where ego rules, I stay grounded and true. Building up my circle like my mother's taught me to do. So listen close, this isn't just art, it's a testament of strength.